back. Goodfellas Sports TV in the building. Good Friday to everybody out there, man. Appreciate the love, support. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Y'all know it's cold in the deep, man. And but yeah, I was wanting to do this video to keep everybody updated on Mikey, Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao, what's going on. And then last night the Carmelo Anthony news broke and all that shit happened and stuff of that nature. So I couldn't really squeeze that video in. But now I have an opportunity where I can squeeze the video about Mikey and Manny in. And but let's talk about it. Well, Mikey Garcia was supposed to come back this year. I heard maybe December, it was December, the middle of December, he was supposed to come back in and fight, but I was informed that he couldn't find an opponent, a good enough opponent. So I guess he didn't want to beat up on a lower level opponent, okay? But I know he's coming back, so per se, I'm not sure if it's going to be at 140 or 147. I imagine it'd be at 147, and it was rumors that it could have been Victor Ortiz, okay? But I just heard that was just a rumor that was going around that it could have been Victor Ortiz. So I'm not sure if it will be Victor Ortiz. They waiting on what happened with Victor Ortiz's legal case that's going on right now. But you know, we gotta wait and see what happens with that. But as far as the Manny Pacquiao situation, they may not fight until the middle of next year. All right. You would think okay, January 25th, you know, Mikey and Manny Pacquiao should take over that date, since Errol Spence can't take over that date no more. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Pacquiao got some duties that he's trying to handle in the Philippines, and also they want to get Mikey in the win column and build Mikey up for this fight. So the Boxing Voice was reporting that the fight may go down in May of next year. So that's a long time to be waiting. Hold on, that camera keep moving. That's a long time to be waiting to do a fight. So I guess Mikey will tune up. I don't know when versus who. That's gonna be crazy. But if somebody, I guess he couldn't find. They said a good enough opponent is the way it was relayed to me. So I don't know exactly what a good enough opponent is for Mikey Garcia. I'm trying to fix this camera. So I don't know exactly what a good enough opponent is. So if they're looking at Victor Ortiz, you know, Victor Ortiz, I guess he a name. You know, he had one of the fights of the year when he fought Marcos Maidana a long time ago, and he had a good fight with Andre Berto. So he a name opponent, but then he got knocked out by Andre Berto, I believe. So to me, that was the end of give me 1 minute. That was the end of Victor Ortiz when he got knocked out for Berto for me. But I'm trying to figure out who Mikey trying to fight. You know, I think Lippia's rematch, I doubt it. That makes no sense. There's no title on the line or nothing like that. Jamal James possibly, but Jamal James, he real long, similar to Errol Spence as far as his length and his height, and that may be too tough of a challenge for him. He may not look as good as he need to look good. So Mikey need to fight a guy which he know he can win, he know he can beat, but still formidable, and still he need to look good doing it to sell this Manny Pacquiao fight. He go out there and he tussle with somebody and he go life and death with, you know, with a fighter, then the Manny Pacquiao fight not gonna be justified. You know, he not gonna fight Josito. They in the same camp. They share the same trainer, his brother. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who he gonna be looking to fight. I presume to be at 47. He already done beat Adrian Broner, but I got a name, Ivan Reddick. He should fight Ivan Reddick at 147. Reddick coming off a big victory versus Davin Alexander. Why not fight Ivan Reddick? That makes a ton of sense. You know what I'm saying? That just makes too much sense. Ivan Reddick, you know, it's a beatable opponent. It's a name. He coming off a big victory. People was looking forward to him fighting Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he a smaller guy coming up in weight. I think he fought Tevin at 130. Mikey started at 126. I think he fought like a 130-something in the amateurs. You know, Ivan Reddick is the fight they should be trying to eye for Mikey Garcia. I mean, that's a good enough opponent. He should have fought Ivan Reddick at 47 in December. Reddick was already training for a fight with Broner, and Broner ended up fucking retiring. You know what I'm saying? Or taking whatever you want to call it, a hiatus off. So in my opinion, in my opinion, that's just too. It's too. It makes too much sense. Him and Ivan Reddick should fight. Mikey and Ivan Reddick. I mean, Jamal. Jamal James. But that's a dangerous fight to take. He didn't want to fight Danny Garcia. Okay, he tried to run off to Top Rank, run off to the zone. Whatever reason, he didn't want to fight Danny. The money right enough. Him and Danny should fight for the right to fight Manny Pacquiao anyway. That make too much sense. Him and Danny Garcia should be fighting for the Pacquiao fight, not an Errol Spence out the way. He not gonna fight Sean Porter. He don't want to fight Sean Porter. He already said that leading up to the Errol Spence fight. So for me, in a perfect world, if you want to jump back in and sell us Mikey and Manny, that motherfucker should have to fight Danny Garcia. Plain and simple. He should have to fight Danny Garcia. Real talk. He should have to fight Danny Garcia. Mikey and Danny Garcia should be next for the right to fight Manny Pacquiao. And if Errol Spence truly coming back in the spring, then Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao at the end of the year. That makes complete sense. Because they was put to me that Mikey Garcia couldn't find a good enough opponent. That's what it was said. Ivan Reddick available. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sell a Danny and Mikey Garcia fight, how about Mikey and you want to sell a Mikey and Manny fight? How about Mikey and Danny Garcia June 25th? The winner get Manny Pacquiao. You got Benavidez and Uterman already fighting that day in the Staples Center. Danny gonna headline that. Come on, man. Mikey talk all this shit. You want to fight Manny Pacquiao? Make people believe that you can beat Pacquiao by fighting Danny Garcia. A tune-up ain't gonna do shit for people to buy that fight. After how Manny Pacquiao look versus Keith Thurman and how you look versus Errol Spence, you don't even deserve to fight. So you should have to take some type of risk. But Mikey Garcia is like an acceptable ducker, dude. You know what I'm saying? He never really wanted to fight Lomachenko. I think he could have beat Lomachenko. Ain't nobody asked this fool to jump up 2 weight classes, fight Errol Spence, and then you jump up 2 weight classes and you don't win a round in some people's opinion. You can't be pound for pound number one. You can't be pound for pound number one and not win a round. You can't be pound for pound at all and not win a round to me. But you can say, oh, he jumped up in weight. But for people to buy this fight, Mikey Garcia out should be like, hey, you gotta fight Danny Garcia, the winner get Manny Pacquiao. But I would not be buying Mikey and Manny at all. If he come back and fight like a tune-up like Reddick, that don't justify that you ready to fight Manny Pacquiao. Now what now with like an Ivan Reddick or somebody that what would kind of pique my interest is if you make Manny Pacquiao take a 16-week drug test or 16-week drug test, VADA, blood and urine. That's what piqued my interest. I buy it then. I go to the movies. I think about purchasing it some way. If they make Manny Pacquiao take a blood and urine test for 4 months out from the fight, I pay attention. I guarantee you he don't look the same as he fought Keith Thurman. Mikey Garcia will have a drastic change in his chances of beating Manny Pacquiao if they did a 16 weeks blood and urine test for Manny Pacquiao. I guarantee Danny Garcia will have a chance. He'll have a huge opportunity at knocking homeboy block off. But they ain't trying to hear that though. But at the end of the day, Manny and Mikey gonna fight in the middle of next year or something like that. It's gonna be like May, June, July, and I guess Manny Pacquiao come back in November, December or something like that and close out his career. But they saying this is last year fighting, but I don't know if his money right or not, but they said this supposed to be his last year. And he's still trying to chase that Floyd Mayweather fight. But Mayweather, Al, and the rest of them, and Sam, they want to make the fight happen, but for the financial reasons why, because PBC having a little bit of money problem, but Fox helped alleviate that. But You know, they trying to convince Mayweather to take that fight, but Floyd don't want to take the fight. Rightfully so. I'm retired, nigga. I'm happy. I'm getting money. Why should I come out of retirement and help Manny Pacquiao? Seriously. If you think of like Floyd, why should I come out and pack with? If Pacquiao beat me, would he give me a rematch? You know, and Pacquiao gave a lot of rematches over his career to Morales, Marquez, and a few other guys in there got some rematches from him. But if it was Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather needed money, and he asked Pacquiao to come back, Manny Pacquiao won't fight him again. They always asking black people to do something that they wouldn't do. Manny Pacquiao wouldn't give Floyd an opportunity. He wouldn't care if Floyd was broke. And at the end of the day, if I was Al Heyman, I wouldn't have worked with Manny Pacquiao neither. Go back to Bob Arum, but it was beneficial. Now, it'll beneficial to PBC because they was able to get their fighters on pay-per-view when Danny Garcia was never going to be a pay-per-view fighter, you know, without Errol, Spence, without Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia was never going to be a pay-per-view fighter until PBC started throwing guys on pay-per-view just because they couldn't afford the budget for a regular TV fight on Showtime, Fox, FS1. PBC making dudes trying to make dudes pay-per-view because they was paying these dudes so much money to fight bums. So now when it's time to step up and fight top level opposition, now you're getting pay-per-view numbers. And like I said, where's the Errol Spence or Sean Porter pay-per-view numbers? It still ain't came out yet because it was a flop. But Manny and Mikey, man, if he make my Manny Pacquiao do 4 months of vital blood and urine test, I'll pay attention. I'll probably support that. Mikey probably end up fucking him up then. You know? But Pacquiao still searching for that Floyd rematch. And I hope Floyd don't give it to him. Hope he don't give it to him. But hey, it is what it is, man. But other than that, man, long story short, to wrap it up, but Mikey Garcia be tuning up sometime early next year, and then him and Manny Pacquiao going to a fight, and that's just what it is. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna roll into a fight next year, sometime in the middle of next year. The schedule next year, pay-per-view wise, it was supposed to be January 25th. Errol Spence and Mikey and Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia gonna be going to regular. I think they gonna flex it to regular Fox, maybe even Showtime. I didn't hear nothing, and then Danny Garcia will be but right around that time, that's playoff time too. That date. It's probably one of the reasons they wanted to put it on pay-per-view. But Danny Garcia is gonna flex into a regular fight. Hughes, Sean Porter. Not sure who he gonna fight, but that's kind of the names that I'm hearing. Then February 22nd, you got a pay-per-view with Wilder and Fury, Fox and ESPN, which is Walt Disney owns both of them to a certain extent. And then I think if Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Commey, Lomachenko will be going on pay-per-view versus Teofimo Lopez in March. So right there's 2 pay-per-views. Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis sometime next year. That's 3 pay-per-views. And then you got Manny Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia. That's 4 pay-per-views. So you on track for 4 pay-per-views next year, which would have been 5 if Errol Spence didn't get into an accident. So you're on track for 5 pay-per-views next year for Premier Boxing Champion and top-ranked fighters involved. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, link subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. And yeah, don't forget we on all social media. Keep checking me out. Boxing playlist, hella galore, MMA, NBA, NFL, music, entertainment, current news. We talk about it. We got you. We gone.